to another episode of Owning the Dream. I'm your host, Melva Robertson, writer, publicist, owner of the Right Media Group, and author of Congratulations, It's a Brand. Today, I am so excited because we have with us Miss Christina Johnson.
Oh, thank you. Hi.
Thank you so much for being on the show. You have such an impressive story.
Oh, thank you for having me.
I'm just really excited. I'm gonna jump into it. So, for most people, of course, they'll recognize you from Atlanta Exes.
Yes.
And we got to experience your healing process after your divorce from entertainer CeeLo Green.
Yes.
But there's so much more to Christina. You're doing a lot.
Yes,
So you
I am.
are a beauty brand entrepreneur.
Yes.
You have a business partner. So I'm going to talk about, how it is to work with other people when you're trying to build a dream. You're a public figure, of course, so everything you do is in the spotlight.
Yes.
Ooh. You're a mom, a
Yes.
proud mom. You're a grandmother.
I am of 3.
Of 3. I didn't even know if I realized you had 3. Oh,
Yes.
wow. A life coach. And just so many other things that I
Yes.
really want to tackle. I deem you survivor. Like when I
Yes.
read your bio, and of course I know you and I followed your story, I was like, she just, one word, survivor.
Yes.
So you face a lot of adversity.
Yes.
But what it seems to me, the thing that I love about you is that you've taken the adversity and you turn it into something that's working for you.
Absolutely.
So even in the journey with Atlanta Exes, it wasn't a, oh, woe is me. It was, this is how I'm moving forward.
Yes.
And it seems like everything you do, everything you face, you kind of take that. Talk a little bit about the domestic violence work that you do, because I was really touched by how you took this and have made a whole platform around domestic violence.
Well, I've learned to turn my pain into compassion. That's what I love to say. I grew up around domestic violence, and I'm a survivor of domestic violence. So it is like my calling in life to help women to heal from their past, forgive themselves, to love themselves, and live an authentic life. Being a survivor of abuse was hard, but growing up around abuse, a lot of times we either become the victim, and I only consider victims people who don't survive, or you become the perpetrator, or you become a survivor, which I consider myself. And a lot of times, because we haven't faced our past pain and healed from our past pain, we end up taking whatever our definition of love looks like and repeating that.
Yeah.
And so unfortunately, I became a survivor of abuse because, I ended up, really living by what I thought love was.
Yeah.
And it wasn't a healthy way, to live. So now I'm a life coach. I help women to live their best lives authentically and heal their past so that they will be able to find perfect mates, and love themselves and be an example of love.
That's amazing. That is awesome. I love the fact that you are helping other people, because domestic violence is a very big issue in our country, and it's happening younger and younger. The statistics for, high schoolers that are in relationships that are suffering in relationships with domestic violence, it's alarming. It's really, really high. What would you say to that girl or guy who is in that young person who's in that relationship, and they think that this is okay, this is the way it's supposed to be?
Yeah, I think a lot of times we think it's cute when a guy is jealous, or cute when they're texting back to back to back, or controlling what we wear, or things of that nature. And I try to tell young people these aren't healthy things. Even though it starts out cute, it ends up being a problem. So you have to really be protective of yourself. You have to love and value yourself, because when we don't love ourselves, it has a lot to do with who we choose as a mate.
Right.
So I try to build young people as well as women up from the inside out, because once we heal that past and they're growing and they know who they are, they're not going to settle.
Yeah.
And I feel like as God's daughters, we're not supposed to settle.
Right.
As God's children, we're not supposed to settle.
Yeah.
But we are sometimes a reflection of who we choose.
Yeah.
So really healing yourself from the inside out is the only way to do it. Loving and respecting yourself and knowing who you are and whose you are.
And whose you are.
Yes, absolutely.
Exactly. So I'm going to shift gears a bit because, again, survivor Christina. Some may not know that you are overcoming Graves' disease.
Ah, yes.
Tell us about that, because you also have turned that into a platform.
Yes. In 2009, I was diagnosed with Graves' disease, which is an autoimmune disease that attacks your thyroid. And your thyroid controls so many systems in the body, your heart, your metabolism. So my weight goes up and down. And sometimes it would be difficult. And that's another reason why we have to know who we are. Being on red carpets and that type of thing, being in front of a lot of people, being on television, not feeling good about yourself is difficult. You know, that's why I was so glad to have Atlanta X's as a platform to show, you know, curvy women that you can love yourself and be beautiful no matter what. Sometimes because of Graves, I would lose an extreme amount of weight and be very sickly and very small. And then a lot of the times I would be super heavy. So having that, you know, finding balance in that and just loving yourself from the inside is what keeps me confident and knowing who I am. So I fought Graves. I almost died from complications of Graves. In 2009, when I was diagnosed, I started losing weight and I could not pick up the weight. I started growing these tumors. So the tumors got so big that they laid on my right kidney. My left kidney had to overcompensate. So as my right kidney got smaller, the left one got bigger and I almost died. Very, very little. Like 128 pounds is very small for someone my height. And all the bones in my body was showing. I couldn't keep anything down. I would have these horrible fevers of 104 and I couldn't walk. And so I've been able to heal myself, and a lot of that work that I've done now, I put into a workbook and a gratitude journal, because I really feel like gratitude is what healed me, of course, with the grace of God. But I remember going to the doctor every week and they would describe to me how, you know, I was going to die. Like, okay, your kidneys are probably going to fail because your thyroid isn't stable. They were like, you're going to go into cardiac arrest and you're probably not going to make it, even if we try to save you through surgery. So it was hard hearing that. And I remember one day sitting in a car, as clear as I'm talking to you, I could hear God say, are you going to believe the word of man, or are you going to stand on my promises? And from that moment, every time I would get the fevers, I would get sick, I couldn't walk, I would start saying thank you. And I would keep saying thank you until I was thanking God for my healing. I was walking again. I was healthy again. I just posted this morning, I'm like, I did 21 days straight in the gym without a day off to develop a habit. And so I'm so extremely grateful, and I know how powerful gratitude is because it saved my life. So in the midst of that, we have to remember to say thank you through the storm. That's where the good stuff lies. So I try to go through that stuff with my eyes wide open, knowing that that's where my resilience, my power, and my strength comes from. And I'm able to teach other people. You can heal yourself through gratitude. So I have a gratitude journal, because for years I've been telling everyone around me, I even made my children, write down at least 10 things at night that you're grateful for that day. And it takes your mind off of negativity and other things that we're worried about that's really, in the scheme of things, not as important as we think that they are. So just focus on what's good, and then it'll kind of put the small stuff behind you. Help other people, be of service, and you'll understand that there's always someone doing worse. Let me say that.
So, yeah, you're right. There is always someone else that's in a worse situation. And I think we get so caught up in ourselves that we forget that. And I have a friend who always says, whenever I'm going through something bad, I just think about somebody else, or I jump into someone else's situation and try to help them to be more grateful and more and have more gratitude. And I think that that's really important, what you've done with the gratitude journal, because we don't do that enough. We always think about the negative aspect of everything. Oh, it's Monday. Oh, I hate Monday. But somebody didn't see Monday. So we have to shift our gears. So I'm glad that you've created that platform to help people, because you are an influencer. So maybe this positivity will sort of spread to other people. That leads me to another thing that you're doing, your beauty brand. So Butterfly Effect.
I'm so excited about it.
That I can tell you just lit up. Tell me about that, because I love I like what you said about your weight fluctuating and being in a public figure, being on red carpets, being on TV, a very superficial industry where they don't want a curve, they don't want a dimple, but more and more women, because of you, are now starting to embrace their natural selves, who they are. You're a very creative and unique person, and I think that because you have this platform to show that, it's empowering other people to do this themselves and to be themselves. So tell me how you were able to sort of bridge all of that into this beauty brand to, again, make people feel good about themselves.
Well, my best friend, and she's been my makeup artist for 12 years, her name is Tony AC. Tony always used to give me these little lip glosses and take them with you, touch up or whatever. And I'm like, how do you keep them? You always giving them away. And she was like, I know people always ask me why I haven't started my own brand. And I'm like, yeah, why? And I said, I'll help you. So during that time that I was ill and I had 3 surgeries back to back, we were developing butterfly effects together. So I just felt like, you come in with the creative, I'll help as much as I can with that, because I've worked with color for years. I've been an interior designer for 15 years. And so I was like, I'll help you with the colors. I'll put, invest some money into it, and we can, do this. So for 5 years, we developed it. It's not private label. We didn't just slap our names on it. We really worked with the manufacturer in China and New York to develop these colors. And we started with real classic colors of lip glosses. We have lip gloss stackables, and we have lip tattoos. So I'm really excited about it. It's highly pigmented, so a little goes a long way. And it's you can put it on and it looks like it looks in the packaging. It's not like 5 layers later you're getting the color. It really looks amazing. So it's something I'm really super proud of.
What advice would you give other people who are really trying to find their way? They're trying to figure out their passion. They know that they feel like they're in a situation that they don't want to be in, and that can be anywhere in life, business, relationships, just trying to figure out where they want to go. What would you tell them? I'm asking you to put on your life coach hat. What would you advise for someone who wants to be a Christina Johnson? I want to be able to be unique and be independent and thrive in this area, but I don't know how to get started or if I even have what it takes.
I love the way my best friend and business partner and makeup artist, Tony, says people used to ask her all the time, how do I become a celebrity makeup artist? And she would say, that's not the goal. The goal is to become the best. And when you're the best, the celebrities seek you out. And I think that's the thing, is you have to really hone in on what it is you want to do. And if you don't know, like my daughter was about to go to college and she couldn't figure out what she wanted to do. I'm like, what would you do for free? If you could pick 2 or 3 things that you would do and you wouldn't get paid for it, but you would do it for free, that's where your passion lies. We all have gifts and we all have passions, and sometimes it takes us a while to find those. Life coaching is something I've done my whole entire life. So it came so second nature to me that I didn't think, this is my gift, but my spirit is my gift. And it's like you said earlier, to me, having a great reputation in the industry is way more important than being popular.
Right.
You understand? Like, I'm not about being famous. I want to influence people to be better.
That's good.
And so I think it's important to focus in on what you want, what your gift is going to bring to the world. What is it that I do that's going to bless many? And that's what you focus on. And then once you know that, educate yourself and become the best at what you're doing. I think that is what's going to catapult you more than anything. And the fame and the money, that's all going to come. But that should not be your drive. Your drive should be whatever brings you peace and brings you joy and brings you happiness.
So my last question is what I call the own it moment. So I want you to think about in your life, your journey, your impressive journey. Think about that moment when you really felt like, you know what, I'm owning it. This is what I'm supposed to be doing. I feel like I've found my purpose. Not necessarily that you are where you want to be or have achieved all your goals, but you felt like I'm on the right track. Tell us about that.
Well, I do this amazing women's retreat. It's called Amazing Me, Amazing Life. And what I do is I have a space. Actually, I use my ex-husband CeeLo's ranch outside of Atlanta. And the women come spend the weekend with me. And we really do the work. I think from the beginning of that, and also speaking to the kids and just seeing how everything that I've been through was for those moments. Seeing it change other people and seeing people want to be better. Every time someone inbox me, DM me, send me an email saying that they changed their life, I'm a better wife to my husband, I'm a better woman, you know, I'm a better mother to my kids. It just makes me feel like, okay, all of the pain, all of the tears, everything, the chokes, the, you know, everything that I've been through in my life, you know, people putting me down and the hatred and jealousy, all was for this. So that everyone that I come in contact with can be changed in a more positive way. So that's what makes it worth it. Every time I have those moments, and I think Oprah calls them aha moments, that's what it is. It's like, oh, okay, I get it. If I had to do this all again so that this particular woman would be better, then so be it.
It was worth it.
That's how I know. You know, it's just, it's a gift. And that's all I want to do. I don't care about, I'm not going to say I don't care about the recognition. I appreciate, I feel like I have the best and most positive social media pages.
Yeah, you do.
Of anybody in the industry. Because everybody's so positive and loving and open and receptive. And to changing and to learning and growing. So I'm like, this is so beautiful. Every time I see that, it makes it all worth it. And I just know this is why I'm here. So I love the recognition and all of that, but nothing makes my heart smile than seeing people change.
You're right. You do have one of the most positive social media outlets ever.
Yes.
Even in the comment section, you know, usually when
that's where you find all the ugliness.
Exactly. It just comes out. You can say, oh, it's a beautiful day, and then 10
not for you.
Comments
That's like, what?
Right. But not on your page.
Never.
Not on your page.
Never.
Your spirit definitely is all over your page, because I think the negative people probably are like, let me just not even.
Yeah, they don't even want no parts of it.
So tell us, how can we stay connected to you? Because I want everybody to go to your page, learn about you, get this positivity in their lives so they can see how life can be good and it's not always so bad. So tell us, how can we stay connected?
Well, my website is www.ChristinaSJohnson.com. You can go there to get everything that I'm involved in. I also have a rum liqueur that I'm brand ambassador for and partners with called Ooh Wee. It's new to the market. It's been around for 8 weeks and it is amazing. My interior design company, everything that I have is there. So you can stay connected with my businesses there. Also, Christina Johnson _ is my Instagram. Christina Johnson is my Facebook, and my private page is usually full, but I have a public figure page there. Inner Peace is INNERPIECE is the name on Twitter. What else do we have? Snapchat, Christina Johnson. Yeah, I think that's it.
Okay, well, we're definitely going to stay connected. We're going to have you back anytime you have something going on. Let us know.
Oh, I would love that.
Thank you so much for being on the show.
Oh, I'm honored.
Everything you said is going to, I know that you are touching people. People that hear this, they're going to love it. They're going to be inspired, and we just thank you for sharing your gift with us.
Oh, you're welcome. Thanks for having me again.
So today we talked to Christina Johnson, and she has just provided so much insight about how to triumph over adversity. So for today's Melvilles Minute, what I want to really focus on is embracing the battle. Triumph over adversity. Make sure that you understand that what you're going through has a purpose. Christina turned every possible opportunity for adversity into something that would work for her good. And I want to remind entrepreneurs that this road to entrepreneurship, the road to owning your dream, it's a tough road, and you're going to have some adversity. You're going to have some obstacles, but do like Christina advised. Turn that into something that's going to help you and help others. You can do it.